Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, we are Nick and Sarah, a British couple who left the UK many years ago in search of something different. And with our two little dogs, we live, work and travel full time in our 32-year-old camper van.
Over the last few years, we've been exploring Europe, and this winter we're back in the UK to spend time with our family and explore more of our beautiful motherland.
After leaving our base in Andalusia, we had an amazing drive through Spain and France, exploring a little on the way, but just before we got to Calais, the problems began.
Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. It's nice and early, we're in Calais, we're about to cross into the UK, if we make it.
We've got a bit of a problem guys. On the last leg of the journey yesterday, we started hearing a tapping.
We've only got about 10 minutes drive to the tunnel.
10 kilometres to go, so hopefully we can get there.
Hopefully we can get there. It was sounding terrible last night though when we pulled in. But anyway, let's do it and see how we go.
Nice clear window, look at that.
So guys, I don't know if you can hear the engine noise in the background, but we've got like a, yeah, I mean it sounds like it's kind of coming from the back. That's why we're thinking, sorry, it's the exhaust, hole in the exhaust maybe. I don't know, but we basically need to get to England and get a mechanic to look at it quite quickly.
It's alright when you're in neutral and you're just rolling down a hill. So luckily we parked on the top of a hill. Just counting down the kilometres till we get there.
So guys, we made it to pet reception. We're almost there.
Boys are excited.
Dizzee! Boys, really?
Does that say no entry, darling? The entrance is pointing to the entrance.
Oh, here.
Not to the door around the other side. First mistake.
I'm just excited that the van got to here. Always so excited. That's it. Oh.
Well done, darling.
Did that bit right, didn't we? Come on then, boys.
Go on, Diz. Go on, Charlie. Go, go, go. Yeah. Somebody is very, very excited to be going to the UK. Probably the most excited anyone's been.
Ever.
Probably won't film this bit, but we're just about to go through to the UK border control, where last time we kept waiting for a while and they're asking us loads of questions. They didn't believe we were YouTubers. Can you believe that? What are they watching on YouTube? But yeah, so we'll see what happens this time, eh?
So no issues this time coming across through the customs there. Just a quick look in the van and we are good to go. Well guys, we made it onto the train, so we are definitely coming to the UK, so I guess that's a really good thing. Let's just hope we can get little old Vinster sorted out when we get there.
I hope it's nothing serious, but yeah, we'll get it done in the UK, which I'm happy about, rather than
trying to find a garage and everything else in France, yeah, so let's
silver lining.
See how we go. Folkestone to see if we can get someone to have a look at the van.
But we've got no internet.
We've got no internet at the moment, so we're just winging it. Roads are nice and quiet and the sun's shining.
So that's good. We'll take the positives.
We'll take the positives. Remember to drive on the left, my love.
I need this, I need the bushes on my left. I don't want to be in the centre. Do not want to be in the centre.
We've just pulled into Quick Fit and we're going to see if they can help us out and have a look at the exhaust.
Very helpful. Well, one, they wouldn't be able to get it in their garage because Vinnie's high, and they're mainly doing tyres today, but they had a quick look. They don't think it's the exhaust, or they couldn't see anything.
Okay, so we are back online. That was a bit of a palaver, wasn't it?
Nightmare. Spent the last couple of hours
trying to get organised, but we have credit now. We are online, and now we're going to head over to Halfords because it's open today. Today is Sunday, by the way, so we're struggling to find a mechanic. There's only a couple open.
At least it's warm, Adis. Really warm in the van, isn't it?
Of course, our first meal in the UK had to be crumpets, right? Not my choice, but they are quite nice.
We've got a bit of coconut oil this time because we haven't got anything else. We've just come to a mechanic's opposite the Halfords one we just visited because they couldn't fit us in until Tuesday, and they've got a couple of jobs on, and then they'll be able to have a look at it. They can't get into the garage either.
They can jack it up outside the garage.
Jack it up outside, yeah.
We've got pies. Now we're in the UK, we've got pies. We've got like a chicken and mushroom vegan pie and some sausage rolls as well. So we're just parked up kind of like at the back of Morrison's here in Folkestone, and we've got a couple of garages options.
Because what did they say at the last garage, darling?
We thought it was kind of the exhaust, but he seems to think, he took it for a little test drive with Nick, and he seems to think it's probably the prop shaft or a bearing on the prop shaft because it's more of a knocking noise. Literally, when we pulled into Calais last night before we crossed over, that's when we first heard this knocking noise. Before it was more of a noise, which that's why we thought it was exhaust. So
yeah, not the best start. We know that we can't drive any distance at all, really, just to the garages, I think.
But this isn't a bad park up, is it, really?
It's not bad at all, really.
Facing the football stadium here, and we've got a view of the football stadium. Lots
Got a view of the
greenery.
cricket pitch, football stadium, green hills. It's been a lovely day today.
Yeah.
It's nice and peaceful. There's one other camper here, so yeah, we'll take the positives.
Now we've got some red pepper hummus. We're going to have that with a selection of carrots. We've got avocado, we've got some rocket.
Spreads.
And I can't believe we just went into Morrison's and forgot to get the nutritional yeast that we've been looking for weeks. We've been
And olive oil.
Olive oil. We haven't got any olive oil, so we've got these. They seem to be doing okay. They're vegan sausages, so I was thinking, oh, no fat to cook them in. We're having that for third course with some garlic kale. With coconut oil garlic kale? That's going to be weird. That is going to be weird. I'm sure it'll be fine. So I think we're just going to eat for the next 2 hours because we're just so hungry. What time is it now? I've lost all sense of time and everything today.
It's been a funny old day, innit?
It's been a funny old day. But the dogs are happy, and that's the main thing.
You've had some chicken breast already, haven't you? And you spotted the seagulls outside.
You alright, Diz?
This is where Dizzee will be most of this trip. Good afternoon, guys, and we spent our first night in the UK, and it was very peaceful actually. We felt very safe here, partly because there was a CCTV camera pointing right into the van, watching our every move. But no, yeah, it was a nice peaceful night, nice little park up. We spent all day in this car park, apart from going off first thing to go to the mechanics. We were recommended one, so we thought we'd try them out. They seemed very friendly. They couldn't fit us in until 3 o'clock, which is in about 15 minutes. So we've just been waiting around in this car park, getting on with some work. Are you ready to go, darling?
Oh yes, I'm nervous as anything, but let's just go and find out what's going to happen next. Jump up quick.
Let's go. You put all your dirty knickers away, darling.
I have. And can I just add, it's a lot colder today than it has been when we first arrived yesterday. And it was actually really miserable this morning. It was raining, it was cold, it was windy, so we were just in the van all day waiting for our appointment. But now the sun's come out, so that's much better, isn't it?
It's a good sign, isn't it?
It's a good sign. Let's do this.
Just got back from the mechanics.
The good news is that we've got a diagnosis. The guys in there are really good. They were really busy as well. It's the differential diff on the back.
It's basically the whole back axle.
Needs replacing.
Which is not the best verdict, really. We're hoping for a wheel bearing or U-joint or something else.
We're
but
hoping
yeah,
for a small bearing.
He said 100% it's the diff, and basically 2 options. One, well, you can't buy a new one. He said they probably don't make it anymore because it's an old van. You can get it rebuilt, which is expensive, and it's like a 2-week turnaround, he was saying, or we can source one off eBay or something second-hand, which is our
the only thing that we can do. And then so we have to find that part, obviously. Hopefully we can. We're in the best place to do it. I mean, if this happened in France or Spain, probably would have had no chance. You know,
because the sound's only happened the last couple of days.
I did notice a bit of a sound before that, though, love.
Oh, I don't know. That's the usual.
Well, you didn't think it was, but I did think there was a louder sound, and obviously the last few days it's been that type sound. So we're kind of gutted.
Totally good, because we've got so much to do, people to see, things to do, and a very tight schedule, and now we're so yeah, we don't know what we're doing at the moment. So guys, we've had a few hours to come to terms with our situation here. Not the best start to UK van life, but things can always be a lot worse, can't they? They can always be a lot worse, so we're going to make the best of it. We've been staying behind Morrison's. We don't want to overstay our welcome, so Sarah's just gone into the supermarket to pick up a few bits, and then we're going to move somewhere else. But silver lining, you'll never guess who's come to visit us.
Hello, Mick. For a little one here.
Always room for you, Margaret. Always room for you, darling.
Hello, everyone. Hello, viewers. Hope you're all doing all right. Better than these lot anyway, let's face it, eh?
What are you doing here anyway?
Well, I've just seen Sarah. I've just seen her out there, and, you know, she told me the situation. You know, it's sad, isn't it? But I thought I'd come and help you out.
You've been on holiday somewhere? I've got some new threads.
I have, Mick. I've been to Goa, believe it or not. And then I heard about your situation, so I flew back a bit quick.
Bless her. She's a legend, Margaret is.
Anyway, Mick said that I can tell all of you lovely lot today about the sponsor of the video, which I'm sure you'll know by now is NordVPN.
Leave you to it then, Margaret. Take it away.
Well, Mick says I can do the whole thing today, so I've got my lines. If you don't know by now, NordVPN is a VPN, and VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. There's lots of reasons to get one. The main reason is for security. Yes, it adds an extra layer of security to your devices when accessing the internet. It encrypts your internet traffic, it hides your IP address and allows you to choose an IP address, which helps to prevent hackers from accessing your information and stealing your data. Now, I've got a VPN, and so have all of my friends, and because of Mick and Sarah, we've got NordVPN. I travel a lot, you see, Mick, and when I'm travelling, I can still watch all of my shows because you can choose. You can watch shows, you can access shows from anywhere in the world to wherever you are in the world. So it's brilliant, really. So if you use Mick and Sarah's link, you can get get a fantastic deal on a 2-year plan. And you also get 4 months for absolutely free. Now, the best thing about it is there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So this means you've got nothing to lose for signing up to NordVPN.
Very good, Margaret, very good.
Yeah, all my friends use it, Mick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming and helping us out with that. Really appreciate that.
That's all right. No, I have to go though, because funnily enough, I met this guy called Derek in Goa, and it's weird because he just lives down the road in Margate.
Oh,
So
right.
we've organised a date for this evening, but I do wish you the best of luck.
What about Arthur then?
Oh no, Arthur didn't really work out, Mick.
Yeah?
Yeah, but anyway, I'll let you go and I wish you all the best of luck.
All right, thanks for popping in, Margaret.
All right.
Love ya.
Love you too, Mick. Bye, Mick. I'm off to Margate.
See ya, fun with Derek. Little floozy, that one. Didn't she do well, though? I think we're out of a job now. I swear, though, I've told her my name's Nick so many times. She still gets it wrong, so I'll just let her carry on. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to wait for Sarah to get back and then we're going to head to a different location. Not very far because we can't drive the van very far at all. So guys, we've slept on it. We've had a bit of time for the shop to sink in.
Sorry.
We don't want any more bad things going wrong. Feeling a bit more positive this morning. The sun's shining. We've been a little bit proactive. It was our anniversary last night, so we went out for a meal. We actually parked in a little spot on park for night.
Valiant Sailor
Valiant
pub.
Sailor up on the cliffs.
And you park here for the night, and then you have some food and some drinks in the pub there, and that's what we did last night. Very nice actually, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we just had to chill and kind of not think about the news of yesterday.
Just for the night, yeah.
Yeah. So then today, we've had a bit of a chill morning today, but we've been researching. We've spoke to a few people.
Yeah, we had some very nice offers from subscribers.
Yeah.
A couple who live here.
In fact, somebody just pulled into the car park who follow us, and they gave us
So nice.
some biscuits and some tomatoes from their neighbour's garden and some little shortbread.
Shortbread.
So we're having a coffee and we're going to have one of those. It's so nice.
Parked here with 4 motorhomes here last night actually, and we got chatting to the guys next door and they gave some advice. And there was lots of breakers in the area. He said there was 5 in the area. It's tricky though because we can't just put in the registration. We can't just put, because we're a Spanish plated van. Yeah, we have to phone them up and ask them if they've got the part, which we don't know the exact part.
So
and there's a really highly rated mechanics 3 miles down the road, the closest one actually. So
that's our first. That's
Port
our first
call.
stop. At least we can still drive the van.
Yeah.
A little few miles and stuff. It'd be worse if we were completely kaput, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So
Stay on the positive about it all. Vinnie will live on.
he will survive.
He will survive this.
We're not getting a new van just yet. Hopefully. Always good when he starts.
Looks a bit quiet.
Looks a bit too quiet, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So no look at this garage. One, Vinnie can't get into the garage. Usual story's too high, and he seemed to think we got no chance of getting apart.
So that wasn't very promising at all.
Glad we came here.
We're going to ignore him.
I'm going to ignore him. Remain positive. There's loads of mechanics. We just phoned a couple. They said they can't get him inside as well, but they recommended 80 mechanics which deal with vans all the time. Let's get the keys. Still got his raw.
So Nick and and the guy from the mechanics here have just taken it for a little test drive, and then I guess we just get everything properly confirmed or a second opinion once they get back. So fingers crossed.
So that's no better. It's no better. Nice friendly guys. He's confirmed that it's the diff. He could hear the sound when we changed to third gear.
The only thing we can do now, I think, is start phoning around breakers, yards and things like that. That's all we can do now, love.
That's all we can do. And pray.
Pray.
Pray to the gods.
Is he alright?
Been a bit funny, isn't he? He's not settling down now, is he? Maybe he can sense us a little bit stressed.
We're trying to just drive a few kilometres actually and get to Morrison's now, so we can use the loos, that kind of thing, and just have a little rethink what's next. But Charlie's acting a little bit strange, and obviously we always have to be careful with him because he does have occasional seizures, and it's really not what we want right now for him to get poorly. So
not a good place this is it?
No, we need to get to Morrison's at least. It's a car park. He looks a bit better now.
Now he's licking his papa's face.
So yeah, we know the signs to look for with Charlie when he is having a bit of a funny turn, and it seems like he is at the moment. So the best thing to do is change his situation. So Nick is driving to Morrison's and I'm walking the dogs to Morrison's. A bit of fresh air, a good little walk usually sorts him out when he's feeling not quite himself. So we'll meet him there. Good Charlie, good boy. Good boy now. We try not to get stressed ourselves because obviously dogs do pick up on stress. So another thing is we only have one SIM card at the moment working in the UK with internet. So we've got the trusty walkie-talkies so we can communicate. Yeah, hopefully I don't get lost now trying to find my way to Morrison's. What's that there? What's that over there, Charlie? Can you see the duckies? There we go. Well, I think that's taken his mind off things. That's what we needed. A bit of a distraction. Lovely little walk, actually. There we go. Nick's already there, he's radioed me.
We made it safely and thankfully you did too. How's the little fella doing?
He's doing all right. We've seen ducks, didn't we?
Oh, he seems happy,
yeah. A bit of a feast here going on. We've got leftover sausages, we've got some of these corn chunk things, and we found a massive bunch of coriander. Love that stuff. We're having a nice salad. We've got an olive roll. And it feels like we're just kind of living right in the moment right now, doesn't it? Like we're just making it, we've made it to Morrison's car park, we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna plan the next step.
And we've actually got a couple of subscribers who live here who've offered their home to us.
Yeah.
Never met us, know of us, obviously they've watched our videos, but they've offered their home and as much help as you know, as we need.
Or we can, yeah. So
however they can help us, which is so nice, so nice.
So yeah, main thing is Charlie is a lot better now. He's calmed right down. He just needed to see some ducks, you see. and yeah, so guys, we'll just keep you posted. Good morning, everyone. And you find us, you join us sat. We're at Hollis Motors, is it, love?
Correct.
Yes, in Dover. They've very kindly given us a third opinion, if you like, on the van, and going to have a look at the part. Let us know what we need to search for. Did I just make sense? It's early.
Probably not. It's too early for Sarah. Anyway, yeah, so we've come to a subscriber reached out. Actually, we just parked on the side of the road and Simon drove past in his van and yeah, offered us some help. He works here, taking it for another test drive and get up on the ramps to give a third confirmation what the issue is, and then measure everything so we, when we're looking for spares, we make sure we get the exact part. Would you like to introduce yourselves? This is Simon, our subscriber.
Simon, this is Richard, one of our head mechanics.
Hi guys, I'm Richard.
We've had a good look over the van and we've established exactly what part is now required. So,
seen him, he looks all right now.
he's
for his
pretty sound.
age.
Yeah, no, he's pretty
good for his
sound.
age. Yeah.
So they agree that we shouldn't be looking just yet for another van because we've got to keep him. He's taken us on so many trips.
There's life in the old boy yet.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we're confident they've given us the plug. And me and Vinnie. A few years hopefully. So yeah, thanks guys.
Thanks guys, and yeah, keep in contact.
So guys, we're going to keep this little ending quick because we're very, very busy. For the last few days we've been responding to that SOS video we put out. We had such a great response, thousands of messages, following up on those leads, phoning round so many different places.
We have got literally, this book is just pages full of numbers and everything, and we've called a lot of them already. We're continuing to call. We've got a couple of possibilities, but that's where we're at. It's difficult to find the part because the van's so old. We've basically got 4 options, right?
Option 1 is get rid of Vinnie. Not going to happen just yet until we've exhausted options 2, 3, 4.
Option 2 is to find ourselves a diff and just change the diff. Again, going to be difficult. There's lots of variations in these diffs.
Option 3 is replace the axle.
The whole
Again,
axle.
that's a huge part, bigger than the diff obviously, and yeah, there's lots of variations. The ones on eBay that lots of people pointed out. Fortunately, none of those
We
were
found
good.
all those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
they're not
tried and
right.
measured.
The Mark IV basically is wider than our axle, so that few inches wider won't go on our van, blah, blah, blah. And then option 4
was to recondition the diff. It has to be done by a specialist. They're not going to know the damage until they open it up.
We've had some quotes, and this would actually go into
Well over 1,000.
Well over 1,000 if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, if it's like the crown pinion wheel, it's going to be more kind of thing. We're saying positive. We've got like 7 possible leads, varying places around the country. So we're kind of focusing on those, and hopefully one of those lead to something more positive and concrete.
So we're kind of right up to date now. We're still stranded in Dover. Sorry if it was a bit confusing that we cut back to our journey up through France, but yeah, we're still here, we're still stranded, we're continuing to search for this part and just keeping our fingers crossed and hoping something comes up.
Yeah.
Before we go, actually guys, if anyone's interested in buying one of our sticker packs, now is the time to do it, because obviously we've got stickers and they would look great in your van or your car, or just, you know, on your fridge,
and
or
the money
wherever.
would just help get Vinnie back on the road, hopefully, if we can find a part.
We're selling the pack of
grab
2.
yourself a pack of stickers and help get Vinnie back on the road.
And we're selling them for £7, and if you'd like some, you can email me at sarah@theexplorers.com, and we'll organise getting them sent to your addresses and all that, and that would be ace. And yeah, we'll just keep you guys updated. Make sure you're following us for daily updates on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that jazz.
We may not be so active because we are very busy and we're not travelling anywhere or doing anything, you know.
Yeah.
That great.
So keep your fingers crossed for us all.
Fingers crossed, please, and toes.
Get yourself a sticker pack, and we'll see you all next week.